Molali, molali.
Ah, sì, sì. Oh, Yotta Bobby. Miranoli.
Tale.
Wiki wiki.
Tumi mani.
Wanarita Rizaka.
Tenda l'unità.
Tale
Samiti lì.
Tare tare.
Tone pane qui.
Hai dai,
Nanasi.
Yesina.
Aha. Nerufu.
Tumi mani.
Yotta Bobby. Oh, coccoretto.
Ba? Sama?
Manani.
Oh, canini simulati.
Silli paui. Tone pane.
Nanasi. Aha.
Galastromulai, Yesina.
Stimalaka.
Ripilai.
Mani.
Oh, coccoretto.
Buone sami.
Oh, canisalwa na nife.
Tenda l'unità.
Là. Oh, Yotta Bobby.
Vale, canizzina. Anatina recamallilo.
Oh,
Hai dai, Shlai. Yesina.
Kunalatu taba.
Tony Manelli.
Sini.
Oh, coccoretto.
Tenda l'unità.
Canini silli paui.
Là.
Tone pane.
Miranoli.
Tare là.
Molali, molali.
Tutto secco.
Oh,
Wanesam.
Yotta Bobby.
Oh.
Aha. Nerufusu.
Kunalatu taba.
Oh, coccoretto.
Ananife.
Tonella.
Wanarita Rizaka.
Dare là.
Oh, Yotta Bobby.
Molali, molali.
Sini.
Tony Manelli. Oh,
Sillati lì.
Ah. Wiki wiki.
Canini.
Paradotto.
Tare
Tare
tare.
là.
Oh, canisalwa na nife.
Molali, molali. Molalai.
Ah, sì, sì.
Tendale ma.
Oh.
Tenda l'unità. Wanne samiti lì.
Oh, Yotta
Si di
Bobby.
bu.
Hai dai, Shlai. Yesina.
Kunalatu taba.
Sillati lì. Molali, molali.
Miranoli.
Oh. Ripilai.
Tonella.
Vis.
Ah,
Vis. Awaneso.
oh, wiki.
Oh, canisalwa na nife.
Tutto secco.
Tare tare.
Tenda l'unità.
Loro malà. La rasina sina.
Cali.
Ah, sì, sì.
Nife.
Tonella.
Tony Manelli.
Kunalatu taba.
Ripilai.
Miranoli.
Galastromulai, Yesina. Canini.
Yafu.
Tare là.
Oh, Yotta Bobby.
Dai.
Ah. Wiki wiki.
Wanne samiti lì. Si di bu.
Tonella.
Allah!
Oh, wiki.
Mica
Tenda
un'amica!
l'unità.
Zina!
Yafu.
Tendale ma.
Aha. Nerufusu.
Manani.
Ah.
Wanne sammi.
Tony Manelli.
Ripilai.
Oh,
Sinipalai.
oh, canisalwa na nife.
Oh, tare tare.
Sillati lì.
Oh, Yotta Bobby.
Tenda l'unità. Tare, tare, la.
Idaka.
Aha.
Oh.
Nerufusu.
Tasina pawi.
Tone pane qui.
Nafurufu.
Quindi samitili.
Manani.
Haha.
Yeshina.
Yafu. Yafu, yafu.
Tare, tare la.
Oh, wakey.
Ba? Sama?
Oh,
Tare, tare,
corretto.
Hey, Bilai.
Arredare là.
Ah.
Mettiti
Tosini
Ah,
palai. Oh.
Yafu,
Oh.
yafu, yafu.
Mi fani parole. Tale.
Nafurufu.
Oh.
Oh, canini simulari.
Dal. Paricola.
Aha. Nerufusu.
Molali, molali.
Wiki, wiki.
Ah, sì, sì.
Tennali di tale.
Adesso
Yafu,
più.
yafu,
Hey,
yafu.
Bilai.
Yolta Bobby, Yolta Bobby.
Okay, testing a 1, 2, 3. Let's get away from the Brazilians and check to make sure that the game can be seen, game can be heard, that I can be heard, and I can certainly not be seen. In fact, that would be very troubling. It still looks better than City Skylines too. Even the character models. There's nothing right with that mob. Mob! I just call them that. Alright, we'll look at a different mob, shall we?
Oh, dai, sai.
Donne mani lì.
Eh.
Oh, Jackpy, my face is out there for people that want to see it. I don't know why, but they can. I did plenty of marketing-related work for Paradox.
Boni. Alla wicca da palena.
I still recall all the comments I got from doing that bloody Mandate of Heaven stream or video or whatever it was I did to promote the game. Comment that sticks out is like, alright Jake, I'll buy your DLC, just please don't stare into my soul like that. I don't think people liked the way I looked into the camera. Or maybe they liked it a lot, hard to tell. Incredible. Yeah, nothing special about the way I look, in my opinion. I prefer streams to be about the games than about me. It's a big reason that I don't bother with facecam. How many times have I facecammed? Twice, I think. Were those both for April Fools? No, actually, once was for a specific stream. A challenge to play DDR with a steering wheel, I think. In retrospective, bit of a crummy and gimmicky challenge, but I seem to recall having fun with it. Ah, yeah. Oh man, I remember that very well. You'd be a fool to hire me. I said that to Johan right to his face when I met him at Gamescom. Gamescom Cologne 2000 and something 13 maybe? 13? 14? I can't remember when I moved to Sweden. Because there was this other guy that was there and said, oh man, you should hire this guy. All that QA he does on his streams of your game. And my response there would be like, you'd be a fool to hire me. I already do this stuff for free. But they did hire me. But to be fair, it wasn't Johan that hired me. It was a different individual altogether, who I had also met at Gamescom Cologne, so helps to meet people, doesn't it? Even though it can be a royal pain in the bum. Okay, tangents aside, no one is saying that things look or sound disaster. Well, actually, they're saying quite the opposite. But at least that acknowledges that they can see and hear everything. So let us get back to the main menu and get this underway. I don't often do first looks at games. It's a special kind of hell to blindly bumble around with a game on stream. Found that out certainly yesterday with Against the Storm. Game was fun and all, but there's just something about playing a game that you really know nothing about, especially when loads of people watching have been playing the game for years. Reminds me of my first time playing Slay the Spire. Well, who's laughing now? I'd like to see one of you make it that far in A20. But perhaps none of you will make it this far with Park Beyond, because honestly my expectations are rock bottom. I was actually fairly excited about hearing about this game until I realised the development team behind it is Limbic. They take established franchises and then crap out like severe mediocrity and blandness for it. They did Might and Magic 7, they did Tropico 6, but now they got Park Beyond. New IP. Certainly a tried and tested thing, right? We've had theme park building games for a long time. But what does this one offer? Wacky and impossification designs? I was kind of keen to get into that. But took a while before I picked it up because the reviews were pretty poor for it. They didn't look all that outstanding, all the mentions of bugs. But in the end, despite hearing all that, I still need to see it with my own 2 eyes. I don't have 4 eyes anymore. So let's get it underway. These kinds of games tend to shine with Sandbox, but the campaign's usually where you learn how to play. So let's go campaign and set the tone for this, shall we?
Hey, you hit me! Would have been even cooler if it had exploded into confetti, but still, great shot!
Alright, I was hoping we'd secured our first kill, but apparently not. Not a lot of context on what's going on, but we're thrown in already. What do we do? Open the help center in the upper right corner. Oh, I see chat obfuscates that a bit. Don't really know where best to put chat, but I guess as we get into the meat and potatoes of the game, we'll figure out a bit more where the UX lies. Right, so there are camera controls. Good to know. Alright, I get that. But what am I actually meant to do here? Yeah, maybe the top right corner would be better for you. Get on over there. So it starts us off in what is definitely not a theme park. And I have no idea what I'm meant to do. It says left click to select branch. branch. Open the help center and select the roller coaster building help screen. Aha, there we go. It's time to build your first roller coaster. What, already? Okay, sure. Build your roller coaster is simple. Move the track where you want it to go and then place it. Edit track placement if you want to delete say. Okay, cool. I'm very interested to see how this game deals with track building for sure. The videos I saw of this game actually made it look quite sleek. And that does interest me, because one of the bigger pains in the bum of playing, say, the magnum opus of park building games, OpenRCT. OpenRCT? TTD? Yeah, RCT. TTD is Transport Tycoon. Is that it's a bit of a pain in the bum to go and edit something you've already made. So find the track icon. Yes, the track icon. On the building to the left. That'd be you. Guess we're starting it here. And we're going to build ourselves a track? Yeah, sure, let's bring it along here. Build to reach the paper plane. Okay, I think we built the paper. I think we got it to the paper plane, right? Or did the paper plane move? Ah, the paper plane moved. Ah, okay. Many tools. We can build our dream roller coasters. One of the first steps is to build a curved track. How hard could it be? The yaw with R and shifting the mouse. F, straighten track. Yes. So we're going to take you out from here. And then I'm going to immediately forget what the instructions were. Yes. But what about banking? If we don't bank, then that's gonna hurt. Oh, well, whatever. Evidently we don't care much about hurting people after what happened.
Nicely done, friend. I suppose introductions are in order. I'm Blaze. Blaze Ultra. I know, it sounds weird. Ultra wasn't my birth name. No, that's Megatronic. I don't need to make stuff up. My life is crazy enough as it is. I was born in a light aircraft, somewhere between Cincinnati and Bowling Green. Turns out the state of Kentucky doesn't have any naming laws, so you can write in what you like. And Mom and Dad, bless them, put every idea they had into a hat. They almost pulled the tag out and named me size 15 for massive heads. I do a lot of wild and crazy stuff, but I've never seen anything quite as out there as your roller coaster designs. And I like it. You know, the more I think about it, the more I think our meeting can't be a coincidence. I mean, coincidences happen all the time. But it's no fun if you don't pretend they mean something. Tell you what, you've just been deputized. Phil Bailey wanted me to test these roller coaster modules Cloudstormer are developing, but he didn't tell me how he wanted me to do it. You've heard of Cloudstormer, right? Great company. Not doing so great lately. Bet someone with your vision would have awesome ideas about how to use the stuff Phil has thought up. Am I right? Don't look at me like you've got a choice. You know this is happening. Let's see what you can do with some serious roller coaster kit.
Please stop staring at me. Oh, I didn't even see that let's go down there. Okay. Immediate thing to do is to go to localization and change her out to be even more disturbing. I was hoping there'd be Dutch here, but it's more of a channel tradition to make people German. So she wasn't born in Kentucky, USA. She was born in Kentucky, Erfurt? How did this one work again? R and yaw. Okay, now we can do height. Up we go. Left shift and up. Okay, great. And we can do chain lifts. Fantastic. What do you take me for, game? Also gonna like yaw you down if I can. Alright. Are we going even higher? Oh yeah. Oh god. Oh god, too high. Oh, these controls actually feel not too shabby. To complete your next objective, test train. Paper plane icon. Test control speed. If it crashes or loses momentum, you can reset. Make the test train reach the paper plane. But the paper plane is still moving. Okay. Oh, hang on, that was another chain lift, wasn't it? How do I undo this whole thing? Or this part of this thing? Maybe just delete. Hey, there we go. Right. So this part I just wanted normal track coming down here. Probably. And then, where'd that paper train get to? I don't know if it's going to make it this high. Oh, we could try. Colliding with other structures. I'm sure it's fine. Get on over there. Let's give it a test. Ooh, it's got a ride camera. That is very much what I wanted to see. Make the test train. Where's the test train anyway? Oh, there it is. I think we just clipped that person's head off. This is a must-have for roller coaster games these days, in my view. I must be able to ride my own rides. I can forgive Roller Coaster Tycoon for not having this. It's a 2D game, for one, and secondly, it's old as balls. But there was a game that came out that didn't have that, and I was astounded by that. It was Parkitect. I had to get a mod just to ride my own rides. Right, so it's not gonna make that. We already knew that though. How do we get out of here? Yeah, there we go. So I need to change this thing up to chain lock. That was very easy to do. And now we reset the test train and run the test train very quickly over here. We look at it go, and then up you go. Now bring it down to ground level, reach the helipad. Yeah, okay. We cannot build here yet. I'll be the judge of that. The EA Roller Coaster Park game from the aughts had it.
Ich habe Module, die aussehen wie abgelehnte Prototypen irgendeiner Stuntshow. Es sind nur eine Zirkuskanone und eine Motorradrampe. Weiß nicht, ob du damit was anfangen kannst.
Cannon, you say?
Grandiose Idee. Wer will nicht aus einer Kanone gefeuert werden, oder? Wobei da für mich nie genug Schießpulver im Spiel ist. Ich will, dass mir so richtig die Haare ansengen.
Yes, of course. I get through this knowing that the Germans are going to be suffering more than I am with this character. Right, shoot your coaster across the... Okay, man, I really should have just gone for Sandbox. Tutorializing, I suppose, is important, but I don't want her talking to me between these. We can get a module with a cannon launch, high speed, distance, great. Let's do that then. Where are the modules? You're a module, you're a cannon. But that cannon of yours. Tracks are colliding with other structures. Okay, in that case, I'll raise you up a wee bit. Oomph. Does it have to be? Oh, I can bring you up or down. All right. I'll bring you right the way up then, for the hell of it. And then... Oh boy, this is going to break some necks. What speed are they going to be taking this at? Okay, well there you go regardless. Is that paper plane still going somewhere? Okay, wow, it did that. This is already fun and crazy and we're just getting started. There's another big block ahead of you. Use your imagination. Continue the coaster. My imagination, huh? Might be asking for a bit much there. Where do you want me to bring it to? Build through the courtyard and have fun. Well, I'd be having fun if I could get out of this. Okay, can we just say I'm done? Keep going, you're almost there. Make the test train reach the top of this building. Yeah, okay. Will it have enough speed to keep going here? I don't know. Alright, the test train has to get there. Oh, did the stream go down for a moment? Okay. I still see all of the chat, though. Don't know what's up with that. Okay, right, that was definitely neck-breaking twists and turns taken there. Oh, I don't think we're gonna make the end part. We're losing momentum like crazy. We're never gonna make that. It's okay, I can just change this last wee bit to a chain lift and call it a day. So I take this part and I say you're chain lifting your way up. And same with this part. I wonder how it segments that. It's segmenting this as well. Now, did I build all that in one go? Maybe I did. Okay, anyway, reset test train. Test train go at breakneck speed. Did we have more Ultra? Oh, don't tell me you missed German Ultra. There we go. Awesome, you did it. Huzzah. Oh well, I'll have the VOD. I can enjoy German Ultra. Build the paper plane in the garden. Oh, come on. Where's the paper plane at now? There we go. Oh, that was a chain lift.
Du schlägst dich super. Aber vielleicht ist es Zeit, unsere Träume noch höher steigen zu lassen, als es jeder geistig gesunde Mensch tun würde. Wow, Wasserelement. Da du auf dem besten Wege zum nächsten Freizeitpark Visionär bist, sag mir eins. Wie willst du die Hürden auf diesem Weg überwinden? Nun, das war eher eine rhetorische Frage. Nicht, dass ich da je den Dreh rausgehabt hätte. Ich meine, wenn jemand einen was fragt, sollte man antworten, richtig? Richtig, aber klar. Schauen wir, ob wir aus deiner Vision Realität machen können.
Oh man, can I skip all this tutorial? Okay, right. You can build your roller coaster over lakes using off-rail tracks unlocked in the place tracks thing. They snap. Okay, off-rail tracks can be used on land and water. Off-rail tracks. How's this going to work? Also, for one, let's make this just normal track. It was never meant to be a chain lift. Right, off-rail. Okay. Well, we're meant to go across this water, you say. How hard could it be? Am I able to get this? There we go. I don't think it liked what I did here. Bring it back here, and then add to it with normal track. Now I'm really not sure if it liked that. Good to me.
Bald wird es Zeit, dich anzuschnallen und dich ordentlich durchschütteln zu lassen. Das ist großartig. Erst war es ein genialer Notausgang.
Großartig.
Jetzt hast du einen ganzen Wohnblock in ein Fahrgeschäft verwandelt. Ich sollte
Ein
vielleicht
Fahrgeschäft?
Keine Sorge, ich kann Achterbahnen aus 20 Kilometer Entfernung riechen und bin einfach gleich mitgekommen. Gütiger Gnom! Wie in aller Welt habt ihr eine Lizenz dafür bekommen?
Haben wir nicht.
Wunderbar. Vergebung erhält man schließlich viel leichter als Erlaubnis. Dann los!
Beautiful and graceful language. Okay, well that was all fun and well. Can we be done here?
Menschenskinder, diese neuen Module, die du hier hast, darauf wäre ich nie gekommen. Da kommt mir eine Idee. Weißt du, ich wollte mir schon seit einiger Zeit einen Protégé suchen. Ursprünglich über einen Wettbewerb, aber Izzy hat dagegen Einspruch erhoben. Möchtest du dich an einem richtigen Park probieren? Dir winkt kein großartiges Gehalt. Cloudstormers Finanzen sind momentan leider etwas prekär, aber du wirst sehr viel lernen. Vielleicht sogar etwas Nützliches. Also, was sagst du? Ich nehme dein Schweigen als Ja. Komm schon, die Parkuhr tickt.
Ich komme auch mit. Du hast mich nur für heute eingestellt. Aber jetzt will ich mehr sehen.
Terrifying. Truly terrifying. But we're not here for the characters of the plot or any of that. We're here to build theme parks. And I gotta say, immediately it felt actually quite good laying that track. So, let's do it. I don't know why games feel the need to clutter up their gameplay with all this added fluff, but maybe there's some trends in the real world that I'm missing.
Da sind wir. Ich weiß, der Wald sieht aus der Ferne etwas unheimlich aus. Aber bei näherer Betrachtung lässt er einem nur das Herz in die Buchse rutschen.
Nun, als Standort für einen vergnüglichen Freizeitpark für Familien ist es nicht unbedingt die beste Wahl. Oder, Phil? Oh, hallo. Du bist unser Neuzugang, was? Ich bin Isabel Dillard, CEO von Cloudstormer. Obwohl es mir manchmal mehr wie ein Kindergarten vorkommt.
Oh, wo bleiben denn meine Manieren? Und was hast du an diesem Park auszusetzen, Izzy? Ich habe schon weit schlimmere Fehler gemacht. Keine Sorge, die werden wir auch besuchen. Nun ja, aber von den gruseligen Bäumen mal abgesehen, ist das hier sehr viel größer als das Testgelände und deine Notausgangsachterbahn, oder?
Nun, es steht eine Menge auf dem Spiel.
Ach, Izzy, du ewige Pfennigfuchserin. Ich bin gespannt, welch Wunder unser Neuzugang auf dieser riesigen Spielwiese wirken wird. Und keine Sorge, du musst das nicht alles völlig allein bewältigen. Ich werde dir stets zur Seite stehen und all deine Fragen beantworten.
Und auf der anderen Seite stehe ich und behalte das Budget im Auge.
Das macht sie bei Geschäftsessen übrigens genauso. Komm ja nicht auf die anmaßende Idee, dir eine Nachspeise gönnen zu wollen.
Tja, sagen wir mal so. Wenn unser Grünschnabel hier den Park versemmelt, dann bekommen wir alle unser Fett ab.
Oh, wunderbar. Ich liebe Frittiertes.
Okay. I am immediately glad I switched that to German. That's what you get for being like the 5th largest group around here. Okay, this park has seen better days. There are a lot of areas that we need to address before we can start thinking about attracting visitors. Old paths destroyed, visitors can't walk along, da 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 da. Okay, well just give me the ways to build and I shall build. There are paths, there are placement settings, we can delete a path with delete. Sounds good to me. Also, the internet seems like a... Well, I mean, on my side everything's running fine, but... Twitch side, perhaps not. If it does go on the fritz, do ping me so I can immediately see it, and we'll get it fixed. Actually, I might just restart it. Heavens help us if we miss any of this glowing content. Oh god, where am I meant to put chat? Now it's obfuscating other information. I'll just put you there. What happened to German being the second biggest? I haven't checked the numbers in quite some time. But the largest tend to be America, UK, Sweden, Germany, and I think between Dutch and Canadians? Don't know, it's been a while. Where did my road building tool go? Ah, right. Okay. Is there not a hotkey for path placement? I was hoping it'd be R for roads, but perhaps not. The ride, the crash liner near the park entrance is still closed. Needs to be opened up. I'll get on that once I'm done with these roads. Looks like exactly the same as every other building roller coaster building game. Alright. Oh no, not outside of my play area. Right, where's the crash-tacular? Is that you? The crash lander. Alright, very good. Let's just open the thing right up, and I want to ride it and see what it's all about. The Americans are the mostly silent majority. I wish they would stay a bit more silent. Nothing an American loves quite like the sound of their own voice. Right. And I'm aware of being a streamer and saying that. Okay, entrance, exit, connected to path, yes. Well, the queue seems connected up. The entrance seems connected up. How could there possibly be a problem? Let me ride this thing. Can I look around when I'm in there? Also, are you going to start up anytime soon? Build and open a new flat ride, build and open a new shop. Alright. What did it just take me to there? It's losing cash faster than a drop tower in a free fall. Right. Alright, let's get to it then. Let's get a nice shop. Beyond candy apples, soft drinks, vending machines. So not that long ago I played Parkitect. Actually, now that I think about it, that might have been years ago. That is one ugly game. Mechanically it was so-so, but it was just such a hideous game to look at that I couldn't stand playing it for very long. And if I'm playing a game about building a theme park, it has to look good. Now if we get away from the creepy-ass character models, this game doesn't look half shabby. So, oh good, you automatically open? I'll tell you, RCT didn't have that. And then, let's get ourselves a flat ride. Pirate ship, shining pendulum, the crazy kraken. Alright. How do we rotate you anyway? Hold R and move mouse. Very good. Where's the entrance though? Actually, it looks like you can have multiple entry and exit locations. So I'm just going to try stamping you down here. And then, I see. So you choose the entrance zone. We'll say we enter here. Is this the entrance or the exit? Surely it's the entrance? What's the... Oh, I see. It must be the exit then. In that case, we can have our exit here. Automatically goes to queue path. Verily appreciated. It's very curvy though. Do we not do right angles in this game? Maybe right angles would betray the game's design. We've got to be all about that impossification. Alright, sweet. But I do want to ride this thing. Ah, okay, now we can unpause the game. And now I can showcase mode? Continues to do a showcase run. Alright, sweet. Let me ride this thing. Kraken really that crazy? Oh, it's kind of a water ride. Hey, I hope you don't get motion sick. There's gonna be a lot of this if we can have it. Oh yeah, I love these. Getting shaken around like you're in a paint can shaker. Whoa. I've never been on one of these with water below it. Seems like it'd be very annoying unless you were riding it somewhere like Madrid or Florida. Alright, awesome. You are definitely open. Ticket fee. One thing I've come to read. Oh, hang on, we can have right-angled queues. I wonder how I get that. I want to see you in action as well. Okay, we're closed in. Oh, I've been on one of these. It's really just one of those pirate ships that goes all the way around, but there are two of them. I don't mind the visuals, it's the music I object to, says Vanillis. I think we can all collectively agree the audio is objectionable, but a lot of that is self-inflicted. Oh, this is great. Oh my god, visitors are in my park already. Why? Absolutely sweet. Okay, let's keep that open so anyone can ride it. You're already open and selling candy apples for how much? Adults don't like it, but families and teens do. Okay. Oh, good lord. He looks like he's here for the teens. Oh man, these models are something else. And someone in this family has questions to ask. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. This is good. This is good. Maybe not the way it wants to be good, but I'm having a laugh. Okay, so we can let 40 people into the park. Do we get an idea of how many people are in the park currently? I hope this is close and not delete stall. No, surely that's delete stall. That man owns a basement. Oh my god, these people are not turned off by the music of this thing. The crazy Kraken claims another. Okay, I came into this game with very low expectations, and they are being shattered. Oh, please tell me we can change the music. The first visitor groups are in. Let's take a moment to check who's entering our park. Ah. Must we? I'm starting to think this might be the Epstein Park special. Look at this freaking guy. Okay, music, please. There must be some music options for these rides. Visitors, stats, financial stats, customization. Ah, thank God. Do we want the Cephaloid beats? We do not. We want a rocket and no rodeo ranch. Is this thing ever going to start? Don't tell me it's waiting for full load. Wait, when's the ride actually going to start? Okay, it looks like it still wanted one more person to come in. Is there an empty seat? Yeah, there's one empty seat. Get a move on, whatever your face is. Alright. No, Jake, have Cephaloid beats on everything. What fun. Well, it's something, alright. Oh my god, people are queuing up to ride this abomination. Can I find out more about these people? Well, we call them people. Right, so you there, you are George and friends. Is that this entire group? Yes, yes you are. Boarding Crazy Kraken. Everyone's strangely happy. I'm assuming it's because it's in the very first mission. Everyone's going to be suspiciously happy. How about you? It's all in groups, so not individuals. The individual is dead. The nuclear family is now. The very progressive nuclear families, from what I can tell. Miss Hugh and company. Oh, company, you say? What are they thinking? The paths are pretty neat. The fee is okay. There's no entrance fee. Way to go. Pay for rides is how you make the real money, as we all know. Alright, this is all well and good, but I'm here to make an actual park. So let's blaze our way through this and actually do what we're here to do. Okay, big test of the models. Are the kids just tiny adult models? No, but they are freakish and grotesque in their own way, and good freaking lord. Okay, select a family. I thought we had. Are you a family? No, you're company. Angel Little. Marshall and friends. Don't know why it brings me up to this here, but... zooming in to help you distinguish visitor groups. Well, I would have thought the ones with the kids were a family. But no, these are strictly friends. Clinton and friends. Okay, we're running a special operation here. Where in the heck is a family? Lots of people claiming to be friends. Maybe a family needs to have kids. No, you two are just friends. Ah, there we go. The Foster family.
Du hast den Park gesehen und den waldigen Standort. Du weißt also genau, womit du es zu tun hast. Du musst einen Plan entwickeln, um diese Investition profitabel zu machen.
Izzy hat natürlich recht, aber dein Job dreht sich nicht um nackte Zahlen. Du bist für Ideen zuständig, genau wie ich. Und da sind Kreativität und Innovation gefragt.
Ideen, ja. Aber lass sie nicht zu abenteuerlich ausfallen. Burgen werden nämlich nicht auf Sand gebaut.
Oh, aber Sandburgen sind etwas sehr Feines, Izzy. Der Nervenkitzel vor der nächsten Welle macht doch den Reiz erst aus.
Nun, wenn wir diesen Park in den Sand setzen, wird das ein rechtlicher und finanzieller Albtraum. Schließlich steht Cloudstormer jetzt schon kurz vor dem katastrophalen Aus.
Oh, spannend. Aber was Izzy damit sagen will, ist ganz einfach. Wen sollten wir mit diesem neuen Park an die Kassen locken?
Wait, is this actually choices? Every demographic prefers different rides and shops. Teens like sugary drinks and thrill rides. Families like to drink cocoa and indulge in fantasy. Could be a gap in the market for a theme park targeting adults. Well, as we can see, we've got some special needs people around here, so we should gear it appropriately.
Wunderbar. Teenager. Gute Wahl. Wir sind aus dem gleichen Land.
Lass dem Park lieber auch etwas Geld übrig. Das werden wir vielleicht brauchen, wenn unser Visionär vorhat, mehr als nur einen Limonadenstand und eine Toilette zu bauen. Das Forschungsteam kann ein paar neue Fahrgeschäfte für uns bauen? Ja?
Definitiv. Nur leider nicht hier. Sophia ist an der Ostküste beschäftigt. Aber vielleicht kann sie uns mit einem dieser originellen Ornithopter etwas vorbeischicken.
Diese Geräte nennt man jetzt Drohnen, Phil. Was schlägst du als Thema vor?
Alright, what theme do we set to? No westerns? Ironic hipsters of all ages would flip for Candyville. Yes! Let's get the candy flowing.
Ich hatte mir ein moderneres Thema erhofft. aber das ist wohl die sichere Wahl.
Süßigkeiten sind äußerst gefährlich, wenn so ein Bonbon im Hals stecken bleibt.
Oh, schon wieder, Phil. Diese Dinger darf man nicht im Ganzen schlucken. Und das gilt nicht nur für Kinder, sondern vor allem für dich. Bist du mit dem Angriffsplan zufrieden? Oder willst du nochmal neu verhandeln?
I just want to hear him say it again, to be honest.
Wunderbar, Teenager. Gute Wahl. Wir sind aus dem gleichen Holz geschnitzt.
Okay, that's good. That is good.
Ich hatte mir ein
Okay. M&M. I have 170 teenagers in the park with 2 profitable flatlights and a positive monthly income. I can get behind that. Let's
Na
go.
gut, wir werden alles Nötige vorbereiten. Ich hoffe, dir ist klar, dass mit diesem Projekt das Schicksal der Firma in deinen Händen liegt.
Bind mich an eine Rakete und zünd die Lunte an. Wie aufregend. Dein allererster richtiger Freizeitpark? Ich erinnere mich noch an meinen ersten. In Bangkok nach dem Krieg. Oder war es Singapur? Oh, nein. Es war Cleveland.
Es war im Bundesstaat New York, Phil. Das Kuriositätenkabinett deines Vaters.
Sicher, dass es nicht der Thrillinator war? Ich erinnere mich noch, als ob es gestern war. Moment, was war gestern?
Montag. Und das war's für heute. Danke, dass ihr alle da wart.
God, everyone around here is a bit special. Okay, let's go. Ironic Candyland for teens. Visitors have needs, foods and drinks, yes. At some point I'll need to relieve myself. Good, we've got the toilets going. And benches. All of these concepts, not at all new. I've played so much Open RCT. Let's fall into this Ring of Fire first and foremost. I wonder if it's going to be a bit before it lets me off the rails and doing a whole lot more roller coaster building. Hey, flat ride. There's nothing wrong with a bunch of flat rides, really. I do wish I could make more right angles. There must be a way, right? It's also curvy. No, I need you to extend out further, please. Okay, no, something about that wasn't happy. Get away from here. Placement settings, bottom left, very good. But right now it wants me to do park benches. Okay, I guess I'll do that first. Might be why it's kind of restricting me here. Where do we have benches? Railings, porching, blinds, bulbs. Shops and facilities have benches. Gotcha. Alright, here we go. Now we're going for Ironic Candyland, so naturally we want the bonbon benches. Good lord, they cost 50 quid each. Give you a nice place to sit down and enjoy your snackadoodles here. Someone's going to come over here eventually, so there's another one. Extend park for teens. Extend the park, proactively taking care of visitor needs. Find yourself in a situation where you want to identify a specific problem where people are. The heat map will reveal all. As someone who's just arrived, how's the park sims so far? We're just starting with Tutorialville here. But I'll be honest, this shows promise. I was not ready to say anything nice about this game, because I've really got it in for Limbic Entertainment and their crummy games. But I will never be able to say that a good game is bad. Can say plenty of bad games are good, though. Alright, so this heat map thing for people's needs seems really good. I mean, I don't have the most exacting standards for a park building game. Have feature parity with Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Well, maybe Open RCT. Let me ride the rides, and from then on just make a solid game, and then I'm very happy. Alright, people need toilets. Give them toilets. Can we have multi-toilets? Can we shift build to have more of them? Where are toilets under? Drinks, vendors, souvenirs, services and staff facilities? Staff lounges, park entrances. I must be missing something very simple here. Ah, there we go. Basic toilet. I don't want basic toilets. I want Candyland toilets. Maybe we need to unlock those. In any case, you're going to be grabbing your food and drinks around here. So let's put the lavvies right next to the bonbon seats so everyone can just breathe in the anomia. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I forget the word. Also, surely one toilet is not enough. I need to make a park with the best toilets, after all. Do we charge people for toilets? Surely we charge people for toilets. It's got maintenance, it's waiting. Why has everything gone all grey tone here? Filter for teens in the flat rides menu. Actually, no, why has everything gone all black and whitey? And why can't I look inside? Yeah, some sort of heat map must still be on. How do I turn them off? Okay, there we go. That was weird. Right, flat rides, 14s. So those are the only groups. Adults, families, teens. Okay. Ah, but I can't get my Ring of Fire. That was a fun game that I played as a teen. Don't know what the big arrow there is for. I guess it's just a general direction. But sure, I'll slam you down. Exit out the back. How do I get rid of this curvy stuff? Ah, there we go. Say no to curved roads. Can I have a one-way sign here while we're at it? That's queue path, barricade, railing. I don't know. I'm sure there's got to be a way to block or make it one way. But I don't know how. Anyway, for you, you need your entrance. How do I build you your entrance? Entrance, build. Build entrance here. Too much path overlap. How can this be? Path overlap, how? I guess it wants a lot of area on the sides. Alright, in that case, let's bring you back a bit and redo you somewhat. Hopefully there's no cost to building and rebuilding. No to curves. Still looks pretty curvy to me, though. That's better. Okay, it's not wanting to do what I want to do here. Fair enough. I'll play it your way for now, game. How do I add to you? I'm just editing this. How do I build onto it? Box, select, move, rotate. I don't know, just go back to the start. Wrestling with the controls is one of the bigger things to learn in these kinds of games, so once you have that, it tends to be A-okay. Alright, let's just get his Huh. Wow, I'm really not doing this right. How do we bring this back then? Come on, surely we can manage this. It's just building a queue. Ah, there we go. I was hoping to make this all big queue line, just back and forth it, but nope, not to be. Building gas tanks right next to where the wheel of fire spits out. Surely that is safe. No gas tanks around here. Perhaps there should be. Also, I would really like to ride that thing as well. Build and open a drink shop. Relished or loved by teens. Well, they love their sugary drinks, right? Energy drink shop. Which is really not popular with anyone else. Everyone loves candy apples, though. I'm gonna go for a soft drink rather than energy drink shop. And of course it needs to be right next to the labbies. Seems to love opening the heat map when I put something down. I don't have an explanation for why. Oh, God. Hang on, you're kind of see-through. Is she really there? Now, is that actually the money we're making? I'd be very impressed if that is. Maybe you sold some lemonade for $4.50. Alright, see if we can puzzle this out. Something went through for $6.80. Okay, maybe you sold multiple drinks? You two both walked away. Do we see what you have? Spent $6.80 on that, okay. The price of the classic cola. And what about you? Oh, it's all just one company. I don't think I can segregate the people. Classic cola, huh? Well, I'll be. They bought 2 classic colas. $3.40 each, $6.80 total. That's actually kind of impressive. I like that. I really do. Right, build and open a food shop, relished or loved by teens. How hard could it be? Everyone loves a good bit of kebabby. I guess this is becoming a bit of a food court over here. That's fine by me. Milestone 2, increase park level. New shops are around, visitors, generate park appeal, see how that works. Fix the cleanliness, keep paths free of litter and toilets clean. Again, it's bringing me to the bleeding heat map, but why? I guess it's opening some kind of editor for it, where I can do more, but I don't really care. Just thunk you down and get working. Look at all this trash. Damn teens. They didn't even eat their onions on their burger. And what is even that? A half-melted chocolate ice cream thing? Loo roll? This is unforgivable. Right, is it park management? No. Is it staff and demeanor? No, that's shop and facilities. Where's the staff anyway? Alright, it wants me to highlight the cleanliness icon first. Yes, the cleanliness icon. The cleanliness icon. Is that you? Oh, so it is. Visitors will drop litter if they cannot find a trash can. High shop density, most impacted, distribute them evenly. Alright. I got real sick of placing benches and bins in OpenRCT, so I installed a mod called Bench Warmer, which automatically puts in benches and bins along the roads. Very, very handy. I was glad to have it. Alright, well this is where they're all going to be, so I'll just thunk it down. I got 15 grand, I got money for days. Hold on, I'm not done placing these things. They're very cheap, so there's no good reason not to have a ton of them. Ooh, look at this one. It's got like those wafer finger things around the side. Yeah, alright, sweet. Ironic Candyland is going to be a big hit. I don't actually know if they can use that. It's on the wrong side of this. Can I select you? Big question. Do you get full refunds on things you destroy? No, you get half refund, even if the game was paused. Bit of a bummer. Did you happen to see Frostpunk? Oh my freaking... Yes, I saw Frostpunk the Frostpunk teaser trailer. It had figuratively nothing to show, but everyone is coming to me like it's the second coming of Christ. Ah, painful stuff for me. Real painful. Right, let's get them. Okay. It's naming and giving experience to people working here, kind of like what Parkitect does. Alright, all's well and good, but surely I need to hire some Jannies to clean up this mess. A tidy and clean park. Have a look at the second component, the fun rating. Fun is impact every time they go on a ride. Alright, sure, let's check it out. Let's also keep the game unpaused. I don't like keeping things static for too long, and I want those Jannies to go and clean up this mess. Maybe I should have more Jannies. You did become the Frostpunk guy. I just played Frostpunk a lot to a high level. I did not ask for this. Do appreciate the level at which you can zoom right in here. Even if the things you see, you might not want to see. Well, at least she's happy. I wonder if we can find people that are remarkably unhappy. Oh, jeez. Right, things I'm actually meant to do. Open a flat ride that has fun rating of at least 4. It did unlock more flat rides for me. Fun rating. It's only 3 on you, but it's 5 on the gyrospin. Holy moly, we're going to spin some gyros today. One thing I think I've puzzled out is that you really want to leave space for queues. It's weird that you build the exit first. Does that seem weird to you? Feels like the opposite of what I tend to do in other park building games. Right, do we think we can actually have this one go all back and forthy? Also, this is a shame. You turn off curve, but curve remains on until you build 1. Can we go back and forth? Yay, there we go. Let's improve that fun rating with some entertainers. For teens, right? Oh, man. Show all Jannies, show all mechanics, show all entertainers. I always find entertainers to be pretty useless in these kinds of games. Depends how they work mechanically, I suppose. Oh boy, I feel like my ass is going to get sticky sitting on one of those things. How do we increase the speed anyway? Okay, plus and minus, excellent. You play this game with German voice actors, nothing feels right. I don't think these people are speaking German, they're speaking like Simlish. Which in a way is welcome, because one thing that I really don't like about OpenRCT is that there's this wee Scottish kid that keeps saying roller coaster in the ambient voices. Now, other people claim they can't hear him. I think they're just gaslighting me. I am quite certain there's that bloody Scottish kid going, roller coaster, constantly. And I can't not hear it, and it bothers me every time. I really want to watch this ride in action, so let's get our people on it. By the way, my very initial impressions on this game are really high. If I didn't know it was Limbic that had made it, I wouldn't be so disparaging. Alright, let's go! Woohoo! Hey, I've got hands! And legs! And more! Oh, I love rides like this. Just picking me up and throwing me around. This is the kind of game I'd pick up for VR. Maybe they are speaking in German Simlish. Oh wow, this is good. It really is a whole lot better than what Parkitect was doing. What bad track record does the developer of this one have? Heroes of Might and Magic 7 and Tropico 6. It's Limbic Entertainment. I played both those games, and I think both those games suck. Alright, that was pretty good, but you know what would make it a whole lot better? The Celopod beats! I'm gonna ride that thing again. Hopefully this new music gives it a whole new spin. Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay, I can't help but notice that we're making a loss here, but that doesn't sound like my problem. Certainly have a lot of guests at 527. Good grief. Hey, didn't I hire those entertainers? I thought I had. Alright, very good. You're taking steps to ensure the cleanliness stays high and fun increases. This will increase park appeal. Push that even further. Aim for more park appeal. Keep an eye out on visitor happiness. Oh, I will. Right, we have park level that increases. Always feels a bit gimmicky. Advance in game, make it more appealing. Calculated by fun, generate every day, cleanliness, rating. Alright, have a fun and clean place, build up level, don't go back. Oh god. You lose if you're unprofitable for 3 months. Really? Wow. Haven't I been unprofitable for a wee while? That Ferris wheel is making lots of negative money. Everyone hates the Ferris wheel as well. How can this be? What about finances? We have made a loss for 3 months running. Is that going to be game over? Why does everyone hate the Ferris wheel? Where is the Ferris wheel? You've completed milestone 2. I must have missed that. You don't want to go bankrupt. Keep an eye on the profitability. Fix the Ferris wheel's low utilization. They seem to avoid the Ferris wheel. Make adjustments based on what people think about it. Well, what do people think about it? Yes, I'm well aware of how to change things about a ride. Well, teens don't like it. People don't want to pay that much. The fee is very high. Don't worry, I can fix that probably. What would be a more appropriate ticket price for a Ferris wheel? I mean, I personally wouldn't pay more than $6 to ride a Ferris wheel. I don't actually like setting ticket fees. I do prefer that just to be automated. Because it doesn't feel like something that you have much agency over. Yeah, you can set it, but there is an optimal thing to set it at. If you don't place it at that, then what are you doing? There's not really much of a decision to be made between placing it high or low, but maybe this game changes that, I don't know. Right. It's also running very slowly. Is it meant to do that? Is it meant to be just that horribly dull? We can customize it. We can give it better music. Turn on lights at night? Absolutely. But I would really... Structures expected to be profitable, yes, absolutely. But that's nice, it means you can set up structures that you don't intend to be profitable. Nausea is low, visitor slots are high, the ride duration. But what can I edit? I was hoping I could, you know, speed it up or something. Maintain it, rename it, ride it. I mean, sure, I want to ride it. Spin. What a deeply unpleasant experience. Alright, sweet. But, you know, people want to ride it now that it only costs 6 simoleons. The fee is quite okay. Yeah, that's more like it. These would be a lot more compelling to ride if they were so much more dangerously fast, but I'm wondering if I can speed it up. Seems to be a lack of options on this for a game that's all about impossification. Maybe that's unlocked later? Maybe. A lot of these don't seem to have a lot of options. Even in RCT, you could adjust a lot of things for flat rides. The ride camera, you can move it in precision mode. I can clone it in precision mode. Oh, it specifically wanted me to make the ticket price $5 or less. Alright, alright. Right now there's a fad around Hypertonic Plus Plus sold at energy drink shops. A fad? Also, woo, I'm making money. Incredible. Who would have imagined? Hypertonics. I think it expected me to put down an energy drink shop, but I preferred a soft drink shop. I thought we could filter these by teens. Energy drink or Candyland. Alright, we've made a bit of a food court over there, but surely people want to come here as well. But I want to grab most of my people. Let's snipe them at the park entrance. There you go. Come and get some hypertonics. Service speed depends on chosen work mode. Work like hell. I don't care how happy or unhappy you are. I pay you to work, not to be happy. Come on, speed it up. See, that sounds like German Simlish, does it not? Yeah, there we go. Hypertonics. They will pay much more while the trend lasts. Are you telling me that I should increase the price? Well, $5 dues each then. Hopefully people aren't suddenly going to start thinking about that. Oh, they think the drink is a bargain. What are you meant to charge for a trending item then? Well, they're going to buy it and they're going to be happy. Till then though, what else can we do for this park? The gyro spin, the shining pendulum. Ooh, heavens yes, we're having that. Also, I want to encourage more people to come to this side of the park. Yeah, maybe I will keep curvature on it. Seems more befitting the game style. German already sounds like Simlish. Oh, certainly are a lot of foster families around here. The Nguyen family. Oh, looks like we've got Dutch after all. Oh, man. Yeah, in real life, I really like theme parks. These people, I don't know if they're unhappy that they're leaving or that they had such a miserable time that they're all unhappy now. Couldn't I pause and investigate that? Mr. Elliot and Company. They're very unhappy. Why are you so unhappy? We're super unhappy, that's why we're leaving. It's hard to find benches. We don't have the opportunity to indulge ourselves in buying impossified items. We're as unhappy as it gets. Oh, okay. They're feeling a bit nauseated after riding on the Crash Lander. And they were very unhappy to look at the Ferris wheel. Alright, that's teaching me a bunch of things. For one, I need more benches. They're all getting used up like crazy. Where was that under anyway? Benches. Benches. Right, so seems like the demand for benches is really high. Again, why? Oh, I don't like misplacing you there. And can I easily clone? Yeah, there we go. Benches galore. This is the thing in RCT though, there's no such thing as too many benches. They're extremely powerful in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Or perhaps another way to look at it is that not having them is really very bad. What is this thing? Just some Western drink shop. Is this really Western? If you say so, what can we buy here? Stuff from the new menu. Hello. I'm guessing that's saying my name is PS5? Explains why there's no games in here. What do you sell? Lemon ice, black... Oh, God, black licorice soda. Terrifying. Alright, let's speed it up so we can burst through those hypertonics. Also, if I had to assume, there are more people in need of the Lavi. Oh, I can make a fee. Alright, everybody's got to spend 20 pence in order to spend a penny. Now, what's this precision mode? I immediately don't know. Normal clone seems fine. Although, do we really not have a better version of the toilets unlocked? Vendings, drinks, food, I keep forgetting where it is. There's our Lavi. Hey! Oh, that's staff lounge. I don't care about my staff. Yeah, now we're talking the Candyland toilets. Yes, yes, and more yes. Give Mr. Frosty his lemonade. Hopefully they're all set to cost 20 pence. They are not. Where is my set price for everything in this category? I don't know. One would hope that would be an option somewhere. They're not park-wide options. Sync all. You saw sync all? Rename. Prefab. Clean. Edit. Move. Move precise. Clone. Clone precise. Delete. Destroy. Delete. Delete. It was in the menu. The menu. Yes. Aha! Here we go. All shops are the same type. Perfecto. Thank you. Oh man, life is better when I can hear the Cephaloid shuffle from everywhere. Look at that thing go. That looks like a lot of fun. Oh, I wanted to ride this. Alright, I'll wait for it to finish and then I will hop on for a ride. Wow, people really get some value out of riding this thing. Okay, okay. Settle down, settle down. Off you people trot. Now someone come into my seat so I can possess you. I think that lassie had no head. Alright, let's go! Oh god, speed settings for the game don't work when I'm riding something. Oh, I like to think at least someone watching this is getting motion sickness. that laddie is having the time of his life. Alright. Good times were had, largely by me. I wonder if toilets can really be profitable in this game. Hard to say. It's especially hard to say without knowing mechanically how they work. Don't like the black void here. Maybe we can clip inside? Kind of. There's something in there. A giant brick of sorts. Oh, I see. It's the outer waffle cone things, I believe. But yeah, no spying on the guests having a wee tinkle. The piss waffle. Disgusting. Alright, we'll get the last of those hypertonics. So, while people are queuing up around the bend for my hypertonics, seems to tell me that we need more. Oh my lordy, this place is getting busy. I'm gonna shove another one over here. I think people are still saying that it's really good value for the hypertonics though, right? It's quite okay. I can get behind quite okay. My resolution decided to crash in the middle of that. So pixelated spinning, swinging was great. Looks like the elephant's foot. What? Alright, we received 2 grand for completing another milestone. Chief of Engineering dropped a package with new attractions and prefabs. Time to build a roller coaster. Oh, it's been a long time coming. Don't you give me your prefabs. I know how to build a roller coaster. I know to bank my turns. Okay, I was assuming the package was something I had to pick up, but perhaps I'm dead wrong. Build and open a roller coaster. Relished or loved by teens. Alright, here's our roller coaster. Standard, wide, or wild mouse. Teens love a wild mouse. Whoa, this is chunky. Alright, well, let's start. Wild mouse are one of the most beginner-friendly things to build in these games. Dunk, down we go. Hooks are goals that you choose for your ride. They decide final ratings and visitor preference. Hooks allows you to manage them per ride. Alright, well, I want to hook in the teens here. I can feel the moustache forming on my face as I say this. Every hook has conditions, all active, conditions, course stat. Yeah, let me just get into it. Now, maybe I can pause the game while I'm doing this. Can we get ourselves a chain lift and just immediately get some verticality going? I want to make this a fairly dense ride if I can. And then switch back to normal ride as we immediately bring you down nice and fast. That's quite funny. Right. I wonder if you can actually bank your turns on a wild mouse in this one. I thought a big thing about wild mouse was that it has no banked turns. That doesn't look very fast though, does it? Teens tend to like more thrilling rides. How do we undo this anyway? There must be an undo button for what I've just done. Let's reset. Like undo my last bit of... There it is. Oh, funny that. Okay, that's going to take a bit of testing. My undo button is the same as my mute button on my mouse. I have my mouse bound to mute so that I can very quickly mute myself if, say, I am sneezing or something. Right. Delete kind of works the same, I think. Okay, one problem I see is that it's still on the chain lift when I'm trying to drop it, so it's not actually gaining the speed of the drop, it's maintaining the 18 kilometers per hour of that. So the obvious thing to do... Oh wow, can we twist it whilst it gains height? Surely, surely not. But potentially. Are you going to get all the way up here? Are you going to do that for me? In fact, what we could actually do is just give it a bit of time like that, and then get snapping. Oh yeah, it does not like that. Alright, alright. Some things are too extreme, even for these teens. How about that? Is that too extreme for you? Okay, a little red, but a little red is good, right? It's like a lot of things in life. A bit of pressure is good. Let's get you right the way down. Alright, again seems a little red, but we can handle a little bit of red. And then Little Bandit rolls to a gentle stop. I would not ride this Wild Mouse. Wild Mouse is one of my least favourite. Is that red as if to say this is very bad and won't work? Select a hook. Yeah, I never saw that hook thing. Hooks. Alright, we're looking for teen preference. for bumpy rides. Oh, well, we're not doing inversions on a wild mouse. No chainless? I don't think so. No cannons. Oh, it's not getting... We don't want wild mice at 120. Huh. I don't think we're going to be getting any of these, honestly. Alright, I guess I can do some under-the-bridge stuff. 20 meters of brakes? That seems weird, but sure. A lot of these I can't really do for this. Cannons make things go really fast. Bank your tracks so the train doesn't derail. Maybe I will do a cannon out of it if I can. Maybe finish it off with some kind of cannoneering. Let's see what we can put out of here. Place a cannon module. But then it turns around too quickly. Alright, kaboom. Now I'm gonna need a long bit of this. Alright, is that gonna work? God knows. Does it actually hit those hooks? I need to test this ride, surely. Showcase not available. Must be tested. Alright, then let's test it, shall we? I have a funny feeling that this isn't gonna work. We have twisted the metal in a weird, weird way. Also, we need an entrance point. And we need an exit point. I want to go over this so that it gets that bridge thing that I was doing. Oh god. What is that? Well, it might technically work is what it is. Alright, come on. Can we get this thing going? Alright, right, we got to test first, right? Okay, how bad could it be? Oh my god. At least it's not the American Arrow all over again. And if you remember that, you've been around the stream for a long time. That doesn't look possible. Then again, the whole thing is about impossification, right? I should really look into banking my turns. I just wasn't convinced that you could bank turns. Oh wow, that needed to be banked. This is okay because it's very wide, but this was not okay. Oh, listen to that grinding. Okay, okay. Did it pass the test? Wow, it did. This can't be right. Oh, teens hate it. Why do teens hate my ride? Come on, let's put our money where our mouth is. We're riding this ride. Come on, just make that corner. Sweet. Whee! Right through the pillar. It's okay. Part of making a wild mouse is having sharp, unpleasant bends that wrench your body. Alright, the ending is extremely boring, but I always do boring endings for my rides. Alright, sweet. I need to make it relished or loved by teens somehow. Don't know how. Maybe nobody likes the neck-snapping G-forces that they get after this drop. Teens would love the... Oh, teens don't like the break thing, do they? Teens would love it if I did have the bridge, but apparently this doesn't act as a bridge. Maybe a bridge is a separate element. Let's get rid of this nonsense. And see if we can't build an actual bridge. Or maybe bridge is a ride element. I don't know. Let's explore, shall we? I don't see anything here that looks like bridge. Unless it's... modular structures? No, surely not. Prefab bridge? No. Where am I gonna find a bridge? I would have imagined it was one of these. Scenery? An arch? Do you have anything that we would call a bridge? You got a drawbridge. Deco, rocks, foliage, effect emitters, prefab. So let's look at this hook thing again. Under a bridge. Have parts of your roller coaster run under the bridge, which is centrally located... Oh, the bridge. The bridge. Oh, this bridge specifically. Ah, okay, okay. Alright, I see where we're going. It doesn't want me to build some kind of sensible ride. It wants me to build the ride. Well, I shall oblige. On that note, since we need to make this good for teens, I don't think Give Me a Break is doing me any good here. Can we edit the ride and get rid of the Give Me a Break? And look towards more teen-friendly hooks. Sideways G-forces. Yep, sure. Teens love it, adults hate it. Hyped up. Other impossified hooks will provide even more benefits than this one. What does that even mean? I don't know. Requires impossification. Comes free when you impossify that. I have no idea what that is. You don't actually need to merge split cars before they get back. They'll merge at the station as long as they make it back there. Can't stop, won't stop. Slow start, significantly lower. Get the train going fast. Must have an average speed of over 80 kilometers per hour. Alright, we're redesigning this thing to... Wait, why can't I get this last one? It says it requires impossification, which is throwing me off here. Don't know what to make of that. The third hook isn't possible yet, but it wants me to select. Ah, this slot is unlocked when you impossify the ride. Right. You know what? This is all getting remade. Goodbye to all of this. It's all gone. Bye. Oh no, don't undo. Just delete it. Get rid of it all. We are going to go blast off with this wild mouse. Clearly I wasn't thinking with impossifications. Let's do this completely differently. Also, let's somehow select you and delete you. Yeah, there we go. It is nice that it actually breaks down the stuff. Oh, I like that. Right. We are changing this entirely. First of all, we are going out with a very immediate bang. Kaboom. And then... Can I ramp you immediately out of here? Speed required. I'm not sure if we get that speed. Do you have boosters? Springs two-way forks. Splits up the track, split trains into single cars. That sounds pretty cool. But what if the forks don't reconvene at the right time? Well, it certainly gives us some good speed, and we need that speed, and we gotta get through that, we gotta get through that bridge. Alright, I'm sure we have the speed for this, right? There you go. Now get up there. I'm a little concerned this thing is not going to work the way I want it to, but concern is for lesser people. Let's reconvene, shall we? How do we join them back together, though? Do we have to intersection them? They should cross each other in the air. Brilliant! Now you're thinking with impossification. So we're going to split them up, and then we are going to ramp them through each other. I hope they don't crash. Wouldn't that be something? Well, you probably hope that they crash, because you're monsters. Tracks are colliding with other structures. That doesn't sound like my problem. Get on out of there. But my question is how, oh how, do we bring you two together again? Perhaps like so? Too high curvature? For real? Can I just click and drag you together? I know you're colliding. I want you to come together. Train merger. Ah, yes. Yes. Pushes separate trains together so that they merge. No effect if there's one train on the track. Oh, okay. They need to join together in a... How does this work? Drop connector, spring... How do they come together? I wonder if they come together and then eat a train merger thing. Also, what's your problem? Maybe there's somehow not enough speed for doing this. Too fast to cross the ramp. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Also, that didn't split them, did it? I wonder if I can put these out as one at a timies. Still too fast. Oh, I see. Oh, I don't see. I actually need to change this a bit. So it's coming down here at 96 kilometers per hour, and then from this point, that's where we put in the ramp. Weird that it doesn't connect up like that. Alright, how about we just get rid of this altogether? Yeah, don't worry, I went through the same learning curve with OpenRCT. And look at me now. I'm as good as it gets at RCT. And if you'll believe that, you'll believe anything. Alright, another question is, can I have you come out one at a time rather than the whole 20 of you? Train pass, backwards, supports... It would be cool if there were only... Yeah, there we go. Train car size of 2, then we'll get them out more frequently. Ooh, but can we have multiple of them? Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe the splitter here's a bad idea. I was hoping it would split this into several of them. Maybe it does. There must be a way to split them into several cars and then re-merge them up. Let's figure it out, shall we? Yes, yes we shall. So we can keep up the train car size. And once we come out of this, see if we can't split the thingamajiggers. Chain lift, brake, train merger, So how do I separate them? Oh wow, that's cool. Watch out for collisions. Springs, ramps, elevators. Ooh, what? A wild mouse vertical loop. Alright, I'm clearly not thinking right then. That ain't right. These contraptions seem very dangerous. Surely that's not a concern for us. Cannot figure out how to split the train cars here. Is it even possible? Slows down, merges, but how do we break them apart? The two-way fork can split trains into single cars. Maybe there's a setting that we need to have on the thing. There we go! Per car. Brilliance. True brilliance has been discovered now. Okay. Alright, now for the ramps. How fast does this thing go? It goes like 90 plus, so... that seems okay-ish, maybe? What speed do you hit this at? It seems to make it. Alright, good, good. And then we're going to figure out how to bring you guys back together. From here, we're going to do much and such the same. We're going to ramp you across. Colliding with other structures, as if. It was 90 odd, was it not? Is it really counting that tree as a collision? Just kill the freaking tree. No, it doesn't count that. Maybe it's counting the other one. Alright, let's see if this works. And I want you two to come together. I think I've missed that part. Oh golly gosh, what happened to you? Comes along here, splits, and oh boy. It was too fast to cross the ramp. Okay, that ramp needs to be elongated then. Still need to figure out how to join these things together though. Get rid of you, and now we've got to figure out how to... oh, jeez, what's happened to that other one? Probably nothing too important. How do we join these together? There was the drop connector. But I would have imagined there's a way to... yeah, look at that, they fork together. I think that's it. Yeah, there we go. There was a setting on the fork connector itself. And then I want these to be a train merger track. Alright, this is looking good if you ignore half of the trains just going off and crashing into the wall. Which I don't want to ignore, I want to watch it again. In fact, I want to watch it again the correct way. How do we... oh. Yeah, there we go. Boom! Oh, it's like the Hulk coaster. Yo! Oh. Oh. Too much sideways force and derailed. Cool. Alright, very cool. I was wondering why it was derailing, truth be told. So the turn here is too intense. How about that then? That doesn't look too intense for you. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Oh, yeah, And I thought they could come together so seamlessly. Okay, don't worry, because what we could do with you is surely elevate the situation. Alright. Oh, might be a little slow for the ramp. Come on, make it! Oh yeah! Oh no! Come on! Surely the whole point of this thing is that they can come together seamlessly. Ah. Okay, but we are getting there. I'm convinced we're getting there. I think all we need to do is change this track out to become a break. So that then one is slower than the other. Alright, try that again. Oh no, oh no. What does it take? Beneath break there is train merger. Yeah, it might be better to merge them here first. Is that gonna work? No, not really, but maybe if this were also a train merger. Then I wouldn't need the other... Well, I still would need the... I didn't like that. Kind of missed what was going on there, though. I think the best way to fix this, and I do think, is that we need to change this and this out to be something a bit more sensible. We can yaw you around and around. And then do that. That way this thing's going to take considerably longer. They will still merge together here. Oh, you took way too long over there. Maybe I do need these done as a break, just to slow you down a touch. And then, gotta remember, this thing needs to be fast. What else we got going for us here? Surely the loop-de-loops are a bad idea here. Hopefully once they come together I can then blast them out to maintain that speed. Come on, yaw it around a bit more. Oh wow, we're going underground now. I'm not looking to make the most insane roller coaster here, but maybe that's going out against the reason of the game. Seems like you're having a problem with collision. Is that so? How can this be? Surely you're meant to come together at this point. Alright, good. Coming together. Coming together. Wait, what? How can this be? Also, why does it slow down so much when I'm moving around here? Is it because they couldn't make it up here? Do they, like, lose momentum coming up here and then come to a halt? The merger is only once they're on the same track. I would hope these ones would merge and then re-merge here. But maybe this... No, this isn't a merger, this is a break. This is a merger. Has no effect if there's only one train on the track. You break one track but not the other, so they join at different speeds. The whole point was to slow it down a bit, but I guess I can break it down a bit. How do you like that then? Ah, right, that's the problem. They just can't make it up here. I need to enhance the need for speed at this point. But what can we add that boosts them out faster? I mean, the cannon certainly bursts them with great speed. That's a ramp, not a cannon. Wait, there's an elevator thing as well? That's kind of cool. The more I think about it, the less I want this. The less I want these brakes altogether. Could we just have all of this be normal track? And then hopefully this becomes less of an issue. And then over here they can train merge. Are they going to buy any of that? Well, they make their way up at least. There we go. Kujung, kachung. Alright. Kachung, kachung. Oh god, you've come to a complete halt there. That is going to significantly lower the average speed. And remember, we need this thing to be fast as heck. However, it pretty much gets to the right point here. Perhaps this just needs to be a bit of a chain lift for a shorter way. It's not gonna come together with this stuff, so let's get rid of you for now. All this just to get my split and re-merge, and it's hurting the average speed. Comes together nicely, just drifts its way forward, and then I wonder if I could just, like, lift the thing up over here, and then just really work on blasting back at insane speeds. Holy moly, this thing's gonna break some necks. Okay, great. Thumph. It is a wild mouse after all. Colliding with things? Not on my watch, you don't. Alright, this is mostly just to keep the speed up. Oh wow, you count that as too tight? Lame. Alright. Alright, from here we're definitely going to have to break you down a bit and bring you home. And then normal track you back here. Is that going to work? Whoosh! And oh boy, even on the brakes, this thing snaps off. Alright, how about we break you down at this point as well then? I'm looking forward to riding this thing. And you know what? This shows so much promise. Maybe I need to edit the brake amount. No, it just looks like it's brake. Where's the option for how much we brake to? Slows it down to a certain speed, yes, but how much? Don't know. Do not know. That's train and car settings. Also, where's our car? Creamy car! Oh boy, that looks uncomfortable. Alright. Last thing we need to do is just get this thing home safely. How hard could it be? Just give it more length of slowdown. Are these brakes even working? Where's the setting for the brake speed? Am I missing something? Yeah, this somehow got even worse. How do we slow this thing down better? The certain speed is escape velocity. Okay, right. Clearly. We just need to make this as gentle as possible. We're bringing it back home. Okay, are you gonna take that? Alright, good. It is technically slowing down. Alright, that seems a whole lot safer. This last segment here could probably just be normal track then. Okay! This looks like it's gonna work. To a degree. Let's give it a go, shall we? That cost me 20 grand. Let's test it. Except we need an exit. And I never built that bridge, did I? I never figured out how to build a bridge. How the heck do you... Oh, right, no, that was the bridge. Yes, I was thinking about something else. Requires impulsification, that's fine. But let's test this bad boy out. To the testing environment. Let's go! Oh god, I would not trust that in a million years. Alright. And then we remerge. This part could certainly use some refinement, but it'll come with experience. Oh god, someone clip these hedges. We bump the other part forward, such that it latches on, barely. Gains us a bit of verticality. Oh god! Where did the... Oh god, I think I killed the scene there. I am certain I killed the scene there. What happened? It all went blank. Yeah, what did happen? I see what happened. I see it all. There we go. It doesn't lock the cursor to the game, so when I was out there and looking around with the look around controls, my mouse went out to OBS and changed the scene to Xenonauts. That's alright though, we can watch it again. But I can also check and see if there's an option to lock mouse to this. Graphics, display, audio, camera. Usually in modern games there's an option to lock camera to window of the game, but I'm not seeing yet. Oh yeah, I found the font size awfully slow, awfully tiny. Oh well, what can we do? Well, that's fine. We get to ride it again, and ride it again we shall. Where's our ride button? Open the coaster. Not yet. We need to ride it for ourselves. How about we take the other seat? Not that other seat. This other seat. Is this thing gonna actually go for it? Oh, I see. We need to be unpaused to be in showcase mode. Right, come on. Let me on it. Yeah! Freaking awesome. And the one in front is grinding to a halt whilst they wait for the other bit to come by. Dumph! Alright, come on, this ride ain't over yet. The lawsuit is just wet ink on paper. Yeah! Oh Christ. Do not ride a wild mouse that goes this fast. Oh my god, I completely forgot that we actually need to go under this bridge. Does that actually count? No. No, I did manage to completely forget about it. That's a shame. We definitely need to get under that bridge, or else how can we... Actually, how does the thing perform? Oh, actually, teens relish it, so we don't have to go onto that bridge. Teens love the sheer speed of the thing. Very well, you are now open to the public. Last step of the park should be ensure that the attractions are profitable. Oh, that will not be a problem. I am the king of profit. Profit, if you will. May God help them all. Well, God's gonna have to sort them out. One of the main problems is that the pathing doesn't get us here very easily, so let's sort that, shall we? So bring you over here. We're certainly going to need some... Oh, slow down. I want to see the first riders of the Suicide. Alright, where were they again? The old benches and things. More of our bonbon benches. You're going to need them when you come out of this. Yeah, this game could probably do with its own take on bench warmer. I don't know if people can go off the tracks and place it when I accidentally put them on the wrong side of the tracks there. And I'm sure once you come out of that, you're going to want an energy drink and a delicious patisserie. But more than anything, I think people are going to need to feed Uncle Frosty some nice sherbet. How about bad Mr. Fro... Oh boy, the first people are going on it. I gotta see them. I gotta see them. Oh mein Gott, indeed. Oh. Wunderbar. Teenager. Time for the bomb. Oh, ein Glaster! Oh, mein Dahnenbaum. God, that poor person on the front. Oh. I am solving Deutschland's aging population problem. One roller coaster at a time. I can't feel bad for them, says Panda. They're Germans. Did they even get off the ride? I think they just went for another round. Oh, man. So, I have to admit, I came to this game with sub-zero expectations, but man, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Bumping it so that it barely gets onto the chain lift. And this snapping here. Crunch. Oh, wow. That was great. That was pretty great. Don't know what's going... No, that is not how you write! Oh, Jesus. For the people that don't think it's suicidal enough. Alright, it wants me to filter for profit. I can get behind that. Visitor preferences, staff, shops and rides, filtered by profit. Now this is pretty handy. The hot and colds. I think they took this straight from Tropico. Tropico had the very same heat filter, but I think they've had it since Tropico 3, I'm tempted to say. For some reason this thing isn't very profitable. Or is it anti-profitable? Clearly we need to charge more money for it, because people probably think it's too cheap, right? Truly amazed. We had so much fun. There are so many people queuing up for it. Yeah, well... Sounds like it needs to be made considerably more expensive. That would 100% kill someone through the sheer force of the G's. Probably if it didn't have the, I could kind of... I'm still game for riding it at this point, but if I'm not in the front 2 seats here, I am not riding, because... Look at this! Snap! Yeah, if I were to observe this and see that it does come to a complete finish, I would get on the first, second, or third... Oh wait, no, the cart split! Oh no, you have to ride the... Oh god. It's like Russian roulette, changes every time. Okay, well, that's terrifying, is it not? Have positive monthly income. I'm pretty sure I do. Maybe I just need to let a month pass. You'd need to be in the 3rd or 4th seat, so the 2nd cart. I do like the fact that you can test these whilst paused. One of the problematic things in, say, RCT is how you can spend so much time testing a machine, but the game is still running, so if you're losing money, you're constantly losing money, or not gaining as much as you could. What do people think about the Suwa Coaster? Why do they build such a short queue? We cannot queue up. Yeah, well, too bad. Me and the queues don't get on well here. The fee is okay. The fee is a bargain. Yeah, you're right. I don't charge enough for this. 10 quid 50 to end your life here. I'm not running a Belgian euthanasia concert here.
Wow, der Park ist echt der Hammer. Das wird definitiv einer meiner 5 Lieblingsparks. Und ich war schon in 3. Naja, fast 3. Freizeitparks sind nicht so mein Ding. Aber je mehr Zeit ich mit dir verbringe, desto mehr reizt mich das Ganze. Vielleicht überzeugst du mich ja noch. Die Achterbahnen müssen nur gefährlich genug sein.
Das machen wir doch mit links.
Tun wir nicht. Der Park macht endlich Profit. Das sollten wir nicht aufs Spiel setzen.
Das mag für Unerfahrene nicht so klingen, aber ich glaube, das war ein Kompliment.
Der Park war nicht gerade ein Heizungsgeschäft in der Sahara. Das hätte jeder schaffen können. Aber ja, nicht schlecht.
Und was kommt jetzt? Ein Wasserpark, in dem man sich die Becken mit Haien und Piranhas teilt?
Noch nicht. Das ist geplant für... Mal sehen.
Ja?
Ah, ja. Den Sonntag nach St. Nimmerleinstag. Komm, wir haben zu tun.
Maximum rating reached. They love the Suicide Coaster. What else does campaign have in store for us? Why do people always ask why we do things in German? I enjoy it. Shouldn't be a surprise by now. We got through all of Sekiro in German.
Nun ja, es ist definitiv was für Do-it-yourself-Fans. Aber das ist ja das Aufregende daran.
Ich habe absolut keine Ahnung, wie du die Aktionäre davon überzeugt hast, dass hier einmal ein profitabler Freizeitpark entstehen kann.
Oder gar einer der größten Erfolge von Cloudstormer.
Ich weiß schon, worauf ich tippe.
Die Wette steht. Komm, lass uns loslegen.
How did Germans not have day-to-day conversations without bursting into laughter about what they're saying and hearing all the time? It's ridiculous. Not ridiculous in the same shade that Dutch is. Man, the guttural noises that pass for a language there. German's just so wacky. Okay, I must concede I was not prepared to enjoy this game, and I'm having a blast with it. Here's the deal. This is going to eat tomorrow's wildcard, and I want to spend a bit more time getting familiar with the game so that I don't spend agonizingly long setting up my leaps and my mergers with it. But we won't have any more today. I don't know if we're going to play Sandbox or the campaign. Campaign's got all these delightful Germans, but Sandbox should take off all these shackles. I don't know, I'll come to a conclusion tomorrow. Today, however, we have a very important decision to make, and that is, what is the next long play going to be? No, this won't be the long... This bypasses the long play queue line, if you will. Sorry, just something popped up in Discord there. Right, we're going to have a vote for the next long play. We do this after each one, and previously we've had the horrors of Infra and the different kinds of horror in Dredge. No, up for bat we have the Chance of Sonar, War Tales, Automa Chef, Oblivion, and Dave the Diver. We're going to go through the descriptions that were put through for each of them, and it'll be up to you which one we choose. We'll put it up to vote after we've read through each, but hold your horses. I used to have it on my screen, and now I do not. I'll have it back up in no time. Alright, there we go. So people can submit long play ideas to the channel. Long plays are something that I started ever since I went full-time on the streaming, because I figured, hey, I've got a lot more time for games. Now I can play games that might be so large that individually I wouldn't go streaming them. I can set aside the time for it. Some have been great, some have been long punishments. It's up to you to decide which is which for this one. So, Chance of Sonar. Can I actually bring this up on stream? Hold your horses there. Then we can all read together. Wouldn't that be fun? Hey, here we go. This is what I see. So, Chance of Sonar was put in by... Hang on. We can't fully see, can we? There we go. Some gutless, spineless individual who chose to be anonymous. They say it's a language, puzzle, adventure, walking simulator. What makes this a good idea for a long play? Great game! How can I argue with the idea that it's a great game? Roughly 12 hours of long play length, relatively short. Since you haven't given us much to work on, perhaps we could bring up Steam itself. And what was it called? Sonar? Chance of Sonar. Whoa, lots of people say it's amazing, overwhelmingly positive. Interesting art style. I played a language game not too long ago called Zenith or Sethian, something like that. It was awful. This looks considerably less awful. More of a puzzly languagey game. Sounds kinda nice. Unveil the mysteries behind the fragments of the past. So if you've had all this fun learning German with us today, surely you'll want to vote for this. A wonderful display of linguistic relativity and idiomatic perspectivism. I understood about half those words, but it still looks promising. What else do we have on here? Next up, Stray, who is not a gutless, spineless individual. They did throw their name to this. Puts forward War Tales, a tactical strategy RPG. You might notice that the games we have are wildly different in genre. I wanted it to be a real mixed bag. Stray claims that this is a mix between Battle Brothers and XCOM. I like quarter of those things. Name your pawns after chatters and let the dark fantasy world tear them down. Manage your merc company, make money, crush your enemies in battle. Fascinating. What can you tell me about War Tales here? Why is it on my wish list? I must have had my eye on it previously. And this doesn't immediately look too appealing to me, but then again, I played Xenonauts, which is kind of the same setup. What does appeal to me is the idea of putting together my mercenaries and selling out to the highest bidder in... See, you said dark fantasy, now it says medieval. Don't know what to make of that. From Shiro Games. I'm not too familiar with you, I'll have to double check that. Centuries past since the fall of blah blah blah. Plague Swept Nation, Unscrupulous Characters. Mysterious World, Write Your Story. 4-player? Probably won't be, but the option is there. Who are Shiro Games? They did Dune the Spice Wars. Oh, Northgard. That's a game I was interested in, but never actually played. Did I play Evoland? No, my housemate did, and I can't remember what he said about it whatsoever. Anyway, that's the second one up to bat. The third game is Automa Chef. They say puzzle game, but it's an automation game. And after having played Factorio 100% Death World, I'm still a little bit hungry for a touch more automation, so I threw this one into our hot pot today on the long play. Relaxed puzzle game. You need to organize all the items on conveyor belts, process everything into a final item, bonus points for efficiency. So we could make our own tinners. They claim it's 25 hours if I rush, 70 for 100%. Well, I seldom 100% games these days, so probably 25 hours, maybe 30. Also worth noting, Wartale. 8 to 12 for the first chapter, 50 plus for the rest. Okay, we're definitely not having short, long plays again at this rate. Automa Chef, what do you have to say for yourself on Steam? Automa... No, not near Automa whatever. Automa Chef. Go figure, I just missed the Steam sale for buying any of these games. A resource management puzzler where you design kitchens, program machinery, and watch your genius come to life. That is a lot of watching. I like what I see here, right? That's just the kind of automation setup that I'm looking for. And the idea that we can actually produce food at the end of it all gives it that nice bit of grounding that I often like in my games. I like to be able to relate to what's going on also. I like to think of a better chef than that. What's the top review say? Thank you, Sharia, for saying, I recommend the game. Thank you for that. Okay, next up is Oblivion. And Darius put this forward. I have streamed Oblivion before. It's my favorite of the Elder Scrolls. That isn't saying much, but I was very surprised at how much I enjoyed Oblivion. It's an RPG. It is a Western RPG. Quest lines are good. Do the Dark Brotherhood, the Thieves Guild, the Fighters Guild. Okay. Play how you want. Optional add-on DLC, Shivering Island, Distant Questline, Arena, Quick Fights, blah blah. Okay. And Darius kind of started droning on there without really keeping concisely to what makes it a good long play. But the bottom line is it's 20 to 40 hours based on messing around time, and it would be nice to finally beat an Elder Scrolls game. I did Skyrim and Morrowind and Oblivion for weekly one-shots. I think I beat them all? No, I failed Oblivion by like 2 minutes because people wouldn't tell me what the yield button was. This chat really is a shower of bastards sometimes. Do we really need to look at the Oblivion Steam page to know what it's about? I guess we can, right? Obliv. Ooh, Turok 3? Wow. There was never a Turok 3, right? Huh, I mean, I played Turok, Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. I played Turok Rage Wars. Rage Wars was cool. I had no idea a third one was coming out. Anyway, not what we're looking for. We're looking for the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, potentially Game of the Year edition. I'm going to have to ask someone how exactly we definitively play Oblivion if this wins, but live another life in another world. I've already done that several times in the real world, but sure. Fantastic. I saw a mud crab, horrible creatures. I don't... Oh, God. Well, it still looks slightly better than Morrowind, and in a way better than Skyrim. Right, final game is Dave the Diver. Ben, also known as Victor Therion, puts forward a single-player adventure game. If you enjoyed Dredge and clearly didn't get enough subsea adventuring, Google says 21 hours to complete on average. The game has a pretty fun loop of diving for stuff, running a restaurant, but it's got a great feel to the theming, a bunch of interesting side actions and things to add on. It even has a section of DDR-esque rhythm game. It's got a great sense of humor, and then again you say it's 21 hours. And just for the sake of fairly doing it for everyone, let's check out Dave the Diver, which was a massive flavor of the month when it came out. Hugely positive response to it, 99% in the past 30 days. Huge. Casual single-player adventure RPG. I imagine everyone and their mother has already streamed this game, but I'm not one to keep up with trends. It does look like something I could well enjoy, but if you want to see it on long play, it's where your vote has to go. Every dive is a test of your ability, every night is one more result of your pursuit of culinary arts. In the real world, I do enjoy cooking. I've been diving once before. I didn't enjoy it because I got a lot of seawater into my funnel thing, and that was deeply unpleasant. I swear there was some fish and fish bits in it as well. Right, let's get off of you, Dave the Diver, so that we're not biased one way or the other. These are the ones up for bat, and now I must flow-breakingly punch them into, not a prediction, but a poll, and you will be the one to decide what goes in. Now, if you are particularly behind one of these games, well, there used to be a way that you could actually use your Steam, not Steam, your Twitch whatchamacallums. What are they called? The wee bitty things. Don't tell me they're called bits. I think they are called bits. Used to be able to swing the vote with that. That's no longer possible. But what you can do is if you use your bits to to put out a message, I will happily read out that message to try and sway people to your cause. I, after all, am always open to the highest bidder. Sadly, I'm usually the highest, but I don't have a dog in this fight. So, now let's set up that whole next long play. It is Chance of Sinar. Is this meant to be some joke on chance? Maybe. War Tales. Automachef. Weird word to type that. Tess for Oblivion. And Dave the Diver. You have precisely 3 minutes. Starting... Always double check your work, Jake. Looks good. Starting now. Acronymus is throwing down quite a lot to put out the message, I don't know, probably I love Infra is probably their message. Easy is saying bring back Kingdom Come Deliverance. So hang on there, let's bring it so that we can see a lot more of the chat, shall we? Hey, there we go. Maybe even, oh god, I didn't mean to pin anything. Oh, I'm screwing everything up. Get rid of that, get rid of that. I'm trying to see the poll here. You can practice what you want, but it all goes to pot. How do you vote, Jake? I don't vote. Joe Pro's coming in with a message. If you've ever dreamt of a stream where Jake has to learn to read Chinese characters, Chance of Sinar is for you. But surely people don't have to dream of that. We've already had all those games in Japanese. Amayui, Kamadori, Rune Factory 5. Kingdom Come Deliverance is a great game. Yes, it is, and I already streamed it. Streamed it to completion. I believe it was a long play. We played as Helpful Henry. He helped all the people around him to an early grave. Okay, how's the votes going? For some reason I can't see it very clearly. In fact, I can't really see it at all. What's going on here? Do I have dark mode on or something? I don't know, but for some reason it's not showing the lines very well. Probably because it wants me to vote. Why would you want me to vote? Then I can't see anything. Alright, it'll ottle black bottle, it'll ottle you. I'm putting in my vote then. Still doesn't show up for me for some reason. Oh well. Whether I can see it or not, we can tell that Dave the Diver and Oblivion are having a 2-horse race here. And that means if you're voting on one or the anything other than those two, you're clearly wasting your vote. Don't fall for Oblivion, Jake. It's the gateway drug to Morrowind, says Barcode Battler, who decided to point stump to get that information in. Worm comes in with his not very lucky Clover saying, Dave the Diver is a wonderfully relaxing game. Upgrading, cooking is just a lot of fun. All that Acro asks for is for the Elder Scrolls not to win. Well, the Elder Scrolls are pushing Dave the Diver around. Not even 10 votes between them. Darth Air says Chance of Sinar is a good game, but the Puzzle Master could do it in a patented one-shot. Well, Darth Air, put that forward as a weekly one-shot game and it will give it due consideration. Franconian says that Dave is just as relaxing as Against the Storm. Was that really relaxing? I don't know, Against the Storm pushed and pulled me. It was only barely better than it was bad. Right, as it comes down, Oblivion is making it across the finish line with just a few seconds left. Although Dave the Diver is getting that final push to try and put the Elder Scrolls in place. Reminder, in a draw, third place wins. That's how we always do it. So if this ends up being a tie, which it is not, because right at the very end, Dave the Diver secured the victory by 2 whole percentage points. Franconi is saying, please not Dave, but unfortunately today, Germans are disregarded. Dave the Diver has won. Let's remind ourselves of it, bring it back up. Oh, it was already there. I assume we get to play as the morbidly obese neckbeard Dave here and not that awesome looking samurai chef guy. Very cool. So I'll finally get to see what this is all... Ah, now I see where the appeal was all along. 373 viewers and 800 votes, says the insane Coltrane. Did I at any point make it clear that this was a democracy? This is an oligarchy. Perhaps we'll have to show you what we mean by that. Right, away you go, capture that. Well, hello once again, Park Beyond. Let's go and view the results, shall we? Because oligarch as it may be, there is always a level of responsibility we can track down these votes. How do I get this out? Come back to me, poll thing. I do apologise for how flow breaking this always is to get this out, but Twitch doesn't make it easy to seamlessly bring the stuff onto stream. It's as if they don't want us to be able to do that. Alright, here we go. Now we can see who was responsible for what. Now, obviously your votes are completely anonymous. I can't tell who voted how, but for those that decided to put in multiple votes, well, you're going to be named and paraded positively. Kaladin wanted Chance of Sinar. He wanted someone else to feel the pain of understanding Mandarin. Sadly, he was pretty alone in that aspiration. Only 12 people voted behind it. Automachef came out with a staggering 41 votes from 18 people. Not Home When Away was a big benefactor, throwing away their channel points on it. Almost 100,000 there. This is how I liquidate all the points that people win from gambling on my assured weekly one-shots. War Tales, I honestly expected you to do better because you have the renaming of characters thing going for you. But whilst you may have gotten a fair few voters, the voters were very poor and could not back up their words with their points. Enrak coming in with the most, but still not very much. The real one that tried to fight down Dave the Diver was the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, coming in with, wait, 59 voters? That's hardly any more than War Tales. But these voters, they had the points, the real oligarchs here. Pepperan says, I didn't really want Oblivion, I just want to play Dave the Diver myself, unspoiled. Aww, how benevolent of you to yourself. Pepperan and Blarg and Help Me Slack all coming in with the 6-digit channel points behind it. Ooh, even Sturm is there. Maybe thought the Elder Scrolls 4 would be nice and short, so it would leave me plenty of time to do more Dominions afterwards. Maybe. I might have set the theme for it. But no, the winner is Atlantis, or Aquaticus, or whoever the water nations are in Dominions. Dave the Diver not only won the popular vote, but also won the real vote and got a whole load of channel points. Grey Void, Salix, Jeebus, Worm, and Worm did chime in to say how good it was. Shark Killin, Bucus Rama, Doctor, one of the Germans from this, Chumro, Donimo, and possibly others put their points behind it. So Dave the Diver, I will, well, of course I just missed the sale for it, but I will go and pick up that game and slot it in for the long play starting, what day is it today, Friday? We'll start it next week then, likely on Wednesday. I just genuinely enjoy seeing the hilarious jank that Oblivion produces without fail, says Sturm. Well, I often mused about putting in an Elder Scrolls game for the long play vote. It finally happened, and it got destroyed by a morbidly obese man with a harpoon gun. So we're going to enjoy that, and every step of the way remind the Oblivion fans that Dave the Diver is just better. But that is something we can look forward to at a later date, because for now, it is a huge cheers, because I can't believe how much I enjoyed Park Beyond, and until we are back, doubtlessly, with more of this game, it is a cheerio.